Mainstream media.
Through the media.
According to Entertainment Weekly, Letitia Wright responds to anti-vaxxer claims after sharing controversial COVID-19 vaccine video. Wright said she didn't mean to hurt anyone after sharing a video questioning the effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine. Engaging with multiple user accounts online, Wright further stated that she wasn't suggesting not to take the COVID-19 vaccine, just that she was, quote, concerned about what's in it. She added, quote, I think it's valid and fair to simply ask, what's in it? Marvel movie actors came out in droves on social media recently to defend colleague Chris Pratt for attending a church with a history of making homophobic remarks. In Wright's case, coworkers have remained largely silent on the matter as of Friday.
I agree. I mean, it's true. And we posted, I think we're going to talk about it too. I posted something for a quick vote on the whole thing. And I remember one response was about making it a male female thing. I'm like, no, it wasn't about like trying to say to attack men on it. And I wrote the question the way I wrote it about maybe I was because the coincidence of the silence of whenever a Marvel or Disney actor who is a female gets into any kind of stir online or something like that, co-stars who just happen to be guys are very, tight-lipped. But when a male actor gets into any kind of a controversy, co-stars or male and female are vocal and jumping to their defense. And it's just a fact of matter. I mean, and
I'm not trying to stand by Chris Pratt, but I wouldn't stand up for her. I think what she posted was ill-informed and irresponsible when you have a platform that size. Like, you want to know what's in it, you can research how vaccines are made. They've been like, we can go down this rabbit hole for probably hours. For hours. Like,
oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending what she said.
Letitia, I'm not calling you dumb. I'm saying you are not a scientist.
Right. I'm not defending what she said at all. But you're never gonna get the majority of the guys that work with her in that company to stick their neck out real quick. Don Cheadle did it for a split second, and then he backpedaled.
I actually had a lot of respect for what Don Cheadle said, which was basically like, this was ill-informed. I take back my comment. I'm not going to throw the whole person out. Like, it was a very respectful, like, I like her as a person. I agree that this was not a good move.
I can understand why he was willing to come out there before he watched the video and defend her at first. Because, I mean, there is a history, I mean, with this. I mean, from to the Tuskegee Airmen, black people are just not willing to be the first in line to get a lot of medicines and vaccines because of the history of it. I understand that. And that might have been what she was going at it. If that's what she was going with it, she should have stayed right there in that lane. But when she went out of that lane to just like anti-vaxxer stuff, I mean,
because there's a big difference between posting like, I have some questions and some reservations, and genuinely like, who can link me to, genuine facts about this stuff. But she didn't do that. She posted a video with a whole bunch of conspiracy theories.
Exactly. And then after the fact, she tried to backpedal too. I was just asking the question. No, you went anti-vaxxer, and there was no. I'm not saying that people should have defended her on this. It's just another thing that even like when Brie Larson was getting attacked, hardly.
That's a more apt example, because I feel like Brie Larson didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything wrong at all.
Been getting attacked for.
But when any of the other guys get into any kind of hot water, the guys are willing to jump out there and be, no, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Mrs. Wright is still a great person. She just was very wrong to put that out there, especially with something so dangerous. It's
again, just an irresponsible use of your platform.
This is the thing that makes people go, you're just a freaking actor or something like that. I mean, that's what happens when it's like, oh really, you got some theories from a website that you saw on a scientific thing that you have no degree in? Come on, tell me these conspiracy theories now. I want to hear
I love hearing people being like, well, I just want to know more. And it's like, what could you find out? You don't know. You
Right.
don't know.
You don't
Like,
know. You're not in the FBI. You're
you're
not in the
not a science.
CIA.
You didn't study this.
You're
Like I said, if you're going, I want to hear more research from scientists.
yes.
I understand. You cannot do your own research about vaccines.
Right.
You don't know. You didn't study them. I'm sorry.
But this reminds me. You kind of reminded me of what's her name from Saturday Night Live, who did that cold opening of that woman that was in court with Giuliani and talking about. I literally saw dead people voting, and the number. Okay, like
is that
like,
the
I'm
woman who said she
1,000%
signed it?
sure.
A son after David.
And after David, I went and then after David. Oh my God.
Was
Was there anything?
something.
Was there any? We got your votes on that one.
Oh yeah, we asked. Just real quick too. Just the irony of the person playing like, who got so famous for playing like the smartest character in the entire like Marvel universe,
literally the smartest character in the MCU,
and a scientist posting this like anti-science conspiracy theorist.
She's like tweeting, "That's just a movie, okay?"
Yeah. Let's be clear. I do not understand science. Letitia Wright deleted her Twitter history after outrage of her anti-vaccine post generated. Outrage. The question is, do you believe that if this was a male member of the Marvel roster, that more of the actors would show support? 11% said yes, 89% said no. Sharad B. Nathan said, this isn't a man versus woman interpretation. It's life versus death, science versus blissful ignorance, fact over fiction. Even if, say, Mark Ruffalo said he was anti-vaccination, people would be booing and reminding him that he technically plays a ridiculously smart doctor. I agree with that. I think people are so sensitive towards the like even if what she said was not out and out, like I'll never take a vaccine, anything approaching anti-vax rhetoric right now, like I said, just I think feels so irresponsible in this moment that I do think people would have jumped on anyone.
I mean, what are the things that we've eradicated? Like chicken pox is pretty much is gone. The measles.
Polio, I feel like is the big
polio is they're always the go-to. Yeah. I'm like, could you imagine if anti-vax, which they were out there. I mean, and some people had their legit reasons for it, but these things would still be around.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, people want to believe what they want to believe. They have the right to believe what they want to believe. It's just if that's your lifestyle, just don't come coughing around me. Just stay over there. Give me 50 feet. But guys, let me know what you guys think about that whole issue with I mean, I don't think any more of it's gonna come out. I think after a little while, I think it's gonna all go away. I'll tell you one thing though. I think this kind of killed the whole. I want her to be the new Black Panther for some. I don't know why I thought about that.
Yeah.
I think that kind of deaded that argument.
I have a feeling I feel like we talked on this channel last week.
Uh-huh.
They probably already have made, or at least are very close to making decisions. Like they're probably like in talks with people and have just not gone public.
Right.
But so I doubt it really changed anything, and I doubt they were doing that. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if that would affect any, like, well, maybe the Shuri movie can get back burner.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna have her on the face of that franchise anymore.
Which is a shame. Like, she's definitely someone. When I heard it, was like, oh man, I liked her.
I still like her. I feel like she quickly learned that lesson. Hey, she was one of the only ones I've seen do that whole Twitter wipe thing. Most people just cancel the account. They're like, no, I'm keeping the account open. I'm just deleting the history. But you know that people screenshot tweets. You can't get rid of it. But it was an interesting move. I feel like that was her way of going, ooh, yeah, I messed that up. Aaron G on the chat said Disney has a huge stockholders meeting tomorrow. Things could get very interesting. That's when they're going to announce we are canceling the Shuri casting. I
think that might have been in response to the Warner Brothers
that's the
sort of chat scene where that's
when they're going to announce.
I agree.
But they're gonna make a huge deal. Look, okay, real quick. I'm a realtor. And whenever I get a new client that says, I was working with this other realtor and they did this wrong, I love those moments because then I know what not to do to keep this client happy. So Disney is going to do that tomorrow. They're going to go, well, we gave our directors and our producers a heads up. We faxed them, text them, email them, you know, and told them how much we love them. And, you know, they're going to milk this so much. So let us know what you guys think about that. And we'll probably keep talking about it a little bit more. We Got Your Mail.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.